Today we're going to be exploring some EAS scenarios. And for those who don't know, EAS scenarios are just basically alert systems that tell you the apocalypse is here. And personally, I think I'm going through an EAS scenario right now. As a Floridian, bro, I am cold. I mean, for real, it's like 50 degrees outside. Who let this happen? No, seriously, who let this happen? I want names, I want numbers, I want social securities, I want bank account info, all right? We got to get to the bottom of this. Like, I'm just going to be real with you. I think the world is ending, all right? But not for real, we're going to be getting into a couple EAS scenarios, and it's not just the one, you know, the one YouTuber that I went over last EAS scenario video. Apparently, a lot of people were like, there's so many other EAS creators than just Alert World. Now, from my experience, Alert World makes some, you know, pretty quality videos, but due to popular requests, we're going to be looking at their videos along with a whole bunch of other creators' videos. So hopefully we're going to be putting the spotlight on a whole bunch of new creators. And anyways, let's get into it. All right, so the first EAS scenario we're going to be watching today is called Don't Make Any Noise, and it's by Wombat. Now, judging by the name Don't Make Any Noise, I'm starting to assume that this might be some kind of like a quiet place scenario, which, let's be real, we ain't surviving, all right? We got to get out on the ocean. But anyways, let's see what their threat is here.
The USA has issued a national emergency alert for your area. There have been reports coming from the west side of the USA of unknown entities falling from the sky. The entities do not have names, but for now we will be calling them the Advena species. If you encounter one of these creatures...
For now, we don't have a name for them. By the way, here's their name. I mean, if you didn't have a name for the species, I would assume they'd be called, you know, like the others or them or something like that. But Advena, that's literally a name,
If you encounter one of these creatures, we advise that you get home quickly, lock all doors and windows, and hide. Arm yourself with a weapon, as weapons may be able to scare the entity away. If the creature gets inside of your home, do not make any noise. Do not make any contact with the creatures. Stay hidden. If you are armed, there is a chance that you could...
I'm sorry, hold up. I just registered that image. What on earth is this, bro? He got 2 heads, double the intellect, also double the mouths. Yeah, we fucked, bro. Also, you just take a gander at his really long arms, and bro, they just look tentacular. They look like tentacles. Although that's just probably a VHS effect, but bro, at least they still long, dude. You gonna be trying to throw punches at this thing and it's gonna be throwing punches like 1 feet further. Like, there's literally no chance. They've been training for this moment. The only thing I can see that could potentially be a weakness are these little strands right here. And yes, that's right. I am really that goober who tries to analyze how would I actually beat this thing. Because I mean, if you think about it, this must be a pretty weak connection between the head and the body. You could probably slice that with relative ease. Anyways, we're gonna keep watching, but I'd figure I put in my 2 cents.
The creatures. Stay hidden. If you are armed, there is a chance that you could kill the entity yourself. If the entity finds you, there will be 0 chance of escape, as the Advena species are very powerful. Stay quiet while hiding.
But I can
the
still
Advena
escape.
species have incredible hearing. Do not make any noise. Do not make any noise. Do not make any noise.
Hey, let's give a round of applause for Wombat. That was actually really entertaining. I also love the entity design. I mean, like, I do have a problem with, like, all these creatures, like, everything just looks like a human. But, like, when you add on 2 different headstalks connected just by strands and tentacle arms, then you're making it feel like you're fighting some Lovecraftian entity. And that actually just makes it feel like there's literally no chance. But anyways, thank you, Wombat, for starting us off, and let's get to the next EAS scenario. For this next EAS scenario, we go back to Alert World, alright? This is the channel that I reacted to in my first EAS scenarios thing, except this video is called Waldo. Now, before watching this, I'm gonna give my fanfic on this, alright? Imagine Waldo from every single Where's Waldo book can no longer be found. And why is that? Because the book was the entity's prison, and now he's escaped. Now, let's also hope you don't have that book on you, because he might be lingering. He always stays near his book. So if you have a Where's Waldo book, you better find him before he finds you. Because if he gets too close to you before you find him, oh, you don't even want to know what's gonna happen. I mean, where do you think all the other people in the book come from? You know, the ones where Waldo is hiding amongst? Nah, bro, they were all people taken by Waldo. The kill count keeps going. Anyways, you know what, let me stop the fanfic. Let's just watch what the actual thing is.
Broadcast. I repeat, this is an emergency broadcast from the SCP Foundation. This is not a drill. Do not switch off your television. You must listen closely to what we are about to say.
Damn, if you ever hear that, you already know you screwed.
We have been notified that the creature known as SCP-4885 has recently escaped from its captivity. It is a highly volatile entity that will kill anything in its path. Its last known location was in Missouri in the city of... Its current
I think that would be very important information to know.
We recommend all individuals in the state of Missouri seek shelter in their homes with close family members. You must cover all windows in your home to prevent from seeing SCP-4885. If you are unable for any reason to take shelter in a home, we suggest you hide in the nearest store, police station, or car that you can find. Just be sure to stay clear of any windows and not alert SCP-4885. We strongly advise everyone that under no pretenses should you remain outside. This will result in death. SCP-4885's appearance is similar to that of the main character from the book, Where's Waldo? The humanoid creature wears a white shirt with horizontal red stripes and a red and white bobble hat. Its skin is extremely pale, and we have been informed that it is missing its eyes. Any knowledge about the creature's location or whereabouts will result in immediate death. Always be vague when talking about SCP-4885.
Oh, hell no, dude. So I'm assuming in this EAS scenario, it's like the opposite of the Where's Waldo book. You should keep Where's Waldo as Where's Waldo. Because if you ever come to There's Waldo, you dead. But I actually love that idea so much. Like, he always gets found and he just loves to be hidden. So, like, you have to make sure that you don't talk about him, like, where he's located, or else he will know. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. I kind of do like my fanfic better, but this does sound, you know, still really creepy.
Do not state any name of cities, streets, neighborhoods, or GPS coordinates. Sharing pictures of the creature is also forbidden. It is recommended that you cover any gaps or holes that lead into your home, since SCP-4885 can dislocate and relocate every joint in its body.
Bro is actually just an octopus. Homie be snapping every single joint just to fit into your house. Although I do see a little bit of an issue here. They said you should not let Waldo find you. However, they also recommended that you like hide in a car, I believe, which I feel like every single car has windows and therefore it could just like look in, see you, and just GG's. So I'm starting to think that car is maybe not the best place to hide in. I don't know. That's just my take.
That it can transform the skin into something of a rubber consistency. Be sure to scour every inch of your house for any gaps. Even the smallest hole could lead to a breach in your home. Make sure to warn your family and friends to do the same. We've just been informed that it'll be too late if you are aware of SCP-4885's location. SCP-4885 has been recorded phasing through walls to get its victims if knowledge of its whereabouts is acquired.
So why does it need to break all of its joints to fit through a tiny hole if it can just phase through walls, brother? Or is it just saying it can phase through walls only if you know its location? If that's the case, I mean, you already screwed. So you just gotta, like, I don't know, hide in a box, bro. That's like your best bet.
It will then phase through the victim or invade through the esophagus and destroy their internal organs. Causalities inflicted by SCP-4885 will spill out a putrid yellow liquid from their jaws before they become SCP-4885-1s. SCP-4885-1s retain the appearance of the previous victims. Still, they are covered with illustrations like the ones seen in the book, Where's Waldo? Any knowledge of the whereabouts of SCP-4885-1 will also result in immediate death. SCP-4885-1s should not be considered alive anymore. They are a part of SCP-4885's hive mind and are no longer human. They only serve as proxies for SCP-4885 to teleport to. If a family member or friend turns into...
Wait, to teleport to? How is this guy just is able to get anywhere he wants? Sorry, I keep pausing, by the way.
Turns into an SCP-4885-1, you should run as fast away from them as you possibly can. Causalities caused by SCP-4885 are currently in the hundreds and still rising in the state of Missouri. We urge that you stay indoors at all costs. Do not, for any reason, open your doors. No matter what, even if a family member has been locked outside of your home, we highly encourage listeners to not answer them. They should be considered dead. Any screaming or crying heard outside of your home must be ignored for your own safety. It doesn't matter how loud their screams are. They have already been turned into SCP-48851s and should be considered extremely hostile. Advise the family member to seek shelter elsewhere or to leave. If they are killed outside your door, SCP-4885 will likely attempt to infiltrate your home. If you feel that the family member will not go, we suggest isolating yourself in a secluded part of the house. We also recommend you stay clear from all news stations or social media outlets currently broadcasting SCP-4885's current location.
I'm sorry, what idiot is going to be broadcasting his location? Also, if anyone's going to be broadcasting Waldo's location, aren't they going to be like his first targets? Meaning he'll just kill them all off? Meaning no one's going to know where he is anymore? So like, I don't think you really have to worry about that. I mean, if you merely just have to know what city he's in and that counts, then I mean, hey, I guess we all screwed. That would actually explain why they didn't say the city he was in. Oh, damn, bro.
In your death. The federal government is attempting to shut down any sources of information about SCP-4885's present residence. Still, they cannot keep the flow of information contained, so please refrain from using the internet. Children and small infants should also be kept quiet to not alert SCP-4885 to your location. If you believe that SCP-4885 or an SCP-48851 has breached your home, we suggest you hide in your bunker or a closed-off room. We advise that you contact the local authorities about your location and remain hidden. Be sure to whisper so SCP-4885 can't hear you. Under no circumstances should you try to confront the humanoid. The entity is extremely fast and bloodthirsty. We do not know of any weapons which are effective against the humanoid. Trying to retaliate or hunt down the creature will result in death. Trying to converse or negotiate with the entity will also result in death. We are unsure if the beast is capable of human speech or has the capacity to understand it. SCP-4885, however, is extraordinarily agitated and will kill on sight. It should not be considered human. Any attempts at
I don't think
escaping
anyone's
from the
gonna think it's
vicinity of your
human.
home are highly ill-advised. There may be SCP-48851 surrounding the house.
Bro, he just be building his own army. He's like a necromancer or like the Night King, bro. He just kills someone and then raises it and is like, all right, we gonna take everyone else out. Yeah, you see that house over there? I think I heard someone breathing a little too loudly. And then the next thing you know, your house is surrounded by illustrations. Meanwhile, Waldo is just like trying to find even the tiniest pinhole to squeeze his body in. I mean, at that stage, there really is no escape. Just take out a marker and act like you're already an illustration. All right, just like start writing features on, I don't know, dude. That'd be like a last ditch effort, just, you know, drawing a mustache and being like, nah, I'm one of your guys. I'm one of yours. I'm already an illustration. Although something's telling me it ain't gonna fool Waldo,
and
but...
remain calm. If you don't know the exact location of SCP-4885, you should be okay. But whatever you do, don't think about where the creature is. If you are spotted or recognize which room the humanoid is in, you will die. Government officials are currently with members of the SCP Foundation to locate and contain SCP-4885. We urge listeners to report any suspicious sounds heard outside your home or inside. Do not investigate these sounds, though. Remember, the less you know of SCP's whereabouts, the better. However, suppose you do feel that you have any knowledge of where SCP-4885 is. In that case, it is of the utmost importance that you do not spread this information to anyone. We suggest that you contact the SCP Foundation at 588-216-9128. Remain calm to keep casualties to a minimum.
I wonder whose number that actually is. Friendly reminder, do not try to find SCP-4885. Fight the creature, communicate its location. Do hide indoors, cover all windows, remain calm. This is not a game. I don't know, man. Hide and seek. It's one of the oldest games in the book. All right, Alert World, I see you. That was super well done. I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of liked my version of Where's Waldo better. Because I feel like here, while yes, it's, you know, terrifying. If you know where it is, you're like screwed. But I feel like it almost hits a point where it's like, all right, well, there's literally no chance for me to survive. Meanwhile, not to toot my own horn, but in my version, you have to spot Waldo before he gets too close, or else you're going to become one of the illustrations in the book. But I mean, hey, I still love that. Waldo as an SCP is a fantastic idea. So for the next EAS scenario, we have Don't Face the Two Moons, made by Horrifying Tales, who only has 1.76 thousand subs. Now, we haven't even seen their video, and I already know they deserve more subs. Also, I know it says analog horror, but I was told it was an EAS scenario, so hopefully it is. Fingers crossed.
I'll open it.
Yep, emergency broadcast system, civil authorities. All right.
This is a message
turn
from
off
the
the
National
CC.
Emergency Broadcast System. Please pay attention carefully. If, at any time, you observe two moons in the sky, it is imperative that you follow these instructions immediately. 1.
Good to
Return
know.
to your home as quickly and calmly as possible.
Calmly
2.
as possible.
Ensure all windows and doors are securely locked. 3. Turn off all lights and electronic devices, including your television, radio, and phone. 4. Do not look outside. Repeat, do not look outside. Under no circumstances should you attempt to observe the second moon directly. Doing so may result in disorientation, auditory
which one's the second
hallucinations,
one?
or worse. Reports indicate that prolonged exposure can lead to irreversible outcomes.
Brother, why his head toppling like a bowling ball, all right? Like, you just look at a moon, it happens to be the second moon, and you're like, ah, shit, I looked at the wrong one, and then your head just... I mean, for real, I can attest that that probably is an irreversible outcome.
If you
Not sure
believe
you
the
can put that
situation
shit
has
back
passed,
on.
wait until sunrise to leave your home. Remember, if you see two moons, just go back to bed.
Look, I know you're going through a doomsday event in which your head gonna be toppling off of its shoulders if you look at a second moon, but bro, just go to bed. Just snooze soundly, all right? Look, I know you're in a cataclysmic event in which if you look in the wrong direction at the wrong time, you're just gonna have your head topple off its shoulders. But all you gotta do is pop a melatonin gummy and try and take a nice little sweet nap. I mean, hey, I don't know about you, but there is no shot in an event like that I'm actually going to be able to go to sleep. Also, I might want to take a couple peeksies at that moon, you know what I mean? I just want to get a little disoriented, you know? Not have my head topple off, but I'd just be a little curious, you know? Like, what would it look like to see two moons in the sky? But nah, for real, this was actually an awesome short little EAS scenario. And if y'all really enjoyed it, please give Horrifying Tales your subscription because, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to make a whole bunch more, you know, really good EAS like that. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. All right, so this next one is You Must Punch Sharks, which is made by SCP Realize, which, bro, they a big boy in the industry. They got 156,000 subs, so goddamn. I can only pray that I reach that amount of subs someday. Anyways, let's get into it. What? Wait, why are we punching sharks? I bet they're about to get into why we punching sharks. The event was covered up as a prank. So they're saying that it's not a prank?
The following is a message composed by consensus of the O5 Council. For those who are not currently aware of our existence, we represent the organization known as the SPC Foundation. Our
I've heard of
previous
them.
mission centered around the containment and study of anomalous objects, entities and other assorted phenomena. This mission was the focus of our organization for more than 100 years. Due to circumstances outside of our control, this directive has now changed. Our new mission will
turned
be
into
to punch
squiggly
sharks.
line.
When not punching sharks, we shall plan punching sharks. We will develop new ways of punching sharks. We will extensively study punching sharks. We will contain and research paranormal objects, and use them to anomalously punch sharks. There will be no further communication.
What, dude? I mean, honestly, don't sharks have it rough enough? People just be cutting their fins off for shark fin soup, and now we just gonna be straight wailing on them? I mean, we really just gonna be studying how to give them the old razzle-dazzle Gutbreaker 3000? Just, you know, these poor fellas have been peak evolution. They've been around for millions and millions of years, and the next thing you know, you got people just punching you. We turning them into punching bags? Nah, dude, that's just cruel. Anyways, for our last EAS scenario, we have Do Not Touch Any Grass, also by SCP SCP realized. Now, I don't know about you, but before I got butter, I was an expert at not touching grass, alright? Hell, I was so good at not touching grass that legend has it that I just float right over it, alright? None of my footsies have ever touched grass. And then I got a puppy and now I gotta touch grass every day. I'm actually just forced to, you know? It's a very, very sad situation. Anyways, let's get into why we shouldn't
Please
step
remain
on
calm
grass.
and stay inside at this time. There is
Easy.
a potentially
Already doing
dangerous
it.
anomaly in your area. This anomaly is a species of grass with carnivorous tendencies. It
Oh,
spreads
shit.
extremely quickly and has germinated in your area. The grass has blades, which are sharp, acidic, and barbed. They will cause severe lacerations to any exposed flesh. Please immediately ensure that your entire family is inside. Do not allow anyone to go outside, especially children. Do not touch any grass within your area. The
Yo.
organization making this alert will spread herbicides. Any seeds of the anomaly will be contained or destroyed. You must not inform anyone of this anomaly, as it is classified. Thank
Wait,
you for your attention
Wait.
and cooperation. Secure. Contain. Protect.
why are we not telling anyone about this? I mean, you literally just put out this broadcast and you're like, hey, but don't tell anyone else, all right? You're part of the inner circle. You're part of the cool kids club, all right? So don't touch the carnivorous, spiked, barbed grass. Nah, actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fight the grass, all right? I'm gonna be lifting butter right above the grass and I'm gonna be like, all right, do good potty. And then you're gonna look at the grass and they're gonna be like, oh, hell no, we didn't want any of that stuff. We just wanted your flesh. Nah, brother, a big log is all you're getting. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm really ashamed about that joke. That's probably the worst one I've ever made. My bad. I hope I didn't traumatize you guys with any of that. Just like I've been traumatized by still the cold weather outside. I'm telling you, I'm gonna find you. Unless you Waldo, then I'm not gonna find you, all right? But other than that, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna eat all the jelly beans in your house. Unless you make the weather warmer again. Anyway, sorry about that threat. Desperate times call for desperate measures. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I also look forward to doing more EAS scenario videos because these are actually just so much fun to make. Like, there is so much creativity in this space from like even people with like very few amount of subs. I just love it. But anyways, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.